Okay, with regards to converting fractions to decimals, the steps here, I will not go through again. Okay, they are in the video, even this one as well. I won't go through again. Some of the common mistakes is the units that's missing. So I'm looking at the non-decimals first. Okay, now one of the issues is this question, this particular question here. I think a lot of you are troubled with don't know what to divide. And I have a lot of you are just having to wrong. I think we need to first deal with it's a one-step problem. And it's supposed to be easy. So what is the issue here? This is page 61, the decimal question. The main question is really, when you look at the question, you need to ask yourself again, what is being divided? The 16 meters is the one that's divided. How do you know it's like really you're talking about a pole that you cut it into 5 equal parts in terms of length? One piece, 2 piece, 3 piece, 4 piece, 5 piece. You make 4 cuts and you get 5 pieces, and it's 16 meters was the original length of the pole. You cut it into 5 pieces. So the idea, it should be each part, you are looking at the whole length divided by 5 parts. Divided into 5 parts. So it should be 16 divided by 5. 16 divided. It should be 16, that's the whole meter, the whole length, divided by 5 parts. So that's how you got the fraction. There's 3 and 1/5. So once you get the fraction, you get a decimal 3.2 meters. And then some people forget to put the meters. And some of the issues with the decimal place is a lot of you still your primary form fractions are very poor. Fractions decimals very poor. I was emphasizing on the shortcut. The denominator, if you want to ask why is it like this, why this shortcut is like that, you have to go back to your primary form. I have the whole number part. Before the decimal point, this is whole number. And then after the decimal point, this is decimal, the decimal place. So I said, always you can, one easy way to remember is by using money. So it's this $3 and something more, a bit more. So looking at the denominator, there's 1 0. So after the decimal point, there's 1 space. So 3.2. Okay. Now, those of you who still trouble with this, please go back and revise. Okay, there are multiple ways to revise. One of the ways that I keep encouraging you is a 2-bits. Okay, easiest and fun. Okay, 2 is watch the video. Now, same, then this one is the one. A lot of people write 25 divided by 2. That is like, I think it's not so much of you don't understand, but some of you, I feel like because I see you draw pieces of fasteners. Okay, you draw 25 fasteners. One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25 fasteners. All of these cost $2. You're asking for one piece cost how much? Then some of you, I think the moment you see this, you feel worried. So one fastener, it should be the total cost, that's $2 divided by 25. But because of your P4 maths being not very strong, the moment you see a number that's a smaller number, divide by a bigger number, you start to feel scared. Like, hey, this doesn't make sense. It doesn't appear in the times table. Doesn't seem to work. That's where you started writing 25 divided by 2. That's what I noticed in many of you. So actually what happens is that you get a decimal or you get a fractional part. That means it's less than $1. The fastener cannot be more than $2. If you use 25 divided by 2, it's $12. That doesn't make sense at all. You're saying that fastener is $12 when 25 is $2. So definitely one, one fastener should be much cheaper and less than $1. Yes, like a cent. Okay, so if you convert this, you get 800. Okay, then you see 2 places at the denominator means 2 spaces after the decimal point, 0.08. Then some of you forgot the units. So this is 0.08 dollars, or some of you wrote 8 cents. That's okay. Now, the same issue is here. In the question that's here. This one almost everybody got correct because we went through it in class. But this one is the issue. This is the one that's previous set. 58. There's, a lot of you write 15 divided by 2. But so many of you draw the picture correctly. Some of you careless because you saw the word 2 liter and you forgot about the 3. So in this question on page 58, it should be you have 3 cartons of milk. Many of you draw it correctly. You draw 3 cartons. Many of you draw it correctly or draw model or draw picture. Many of you draw correctly. 3 cartons. Each carton is 2 liters. Pour all the milk into 15 bowls of cereal. Many of you draw the next step correctly also. You draw that, oh, okay, I'm supposed to pour into bowls of cereal like this. Many of you draw this, and that's correct. But the next step, you are confused. You wrote 15 divided by 2 or 15 divided by 6. You don't know what to do after you draw correctly. Then I'm like, what's the meaning of division then? What is divided by what? So the first step, there's a 2-step problem. Some of you missed out the simplest form. Now, then the first step is to, okay, what is this? All the milk. So all the milk is 6. Some of you didn't do the working for this, is fine, because it's not a complicated step. The key marks, this is probably just a 2-mark question. The key marks will go to the next step, which is, you ask yourself, when you're not sure, you write down the equation in words. What do I mean? It's like I have all the milk, according to the picture drawn here, it should be all the milk here divided by 15 bowls. That means I pour the milk into the 15 bowls. Not 15 bowls pour into the carton. Correct? You don't put the cereal into the milk, right? Into the box of milk, right? You pour the box of milk out into the bowl. So all the milk divided by 15 bowls. And that's how you get 6 liters divided by 15. Then you get the fraction 6/15. Some of you wrote 6/15. You forgot to simplify to the simplest form. Then you minus 1 mark already. No answer mark. Yeah, which by that, actually, if you can get this answer, you should get 2 marks already. So it should be 2/5. And then some of you forgot the liter symbol, which is minus half mark. Now, this is a this question is also in your test paper. Supposed to be an easy question, but most of you, I think, the moment you see small number divided by big number, you got scared and worried because it doesn't appear in your times table. Okay, the main thing you need to remember is, look, I can have monies that are smaller than $1. I can have 50 cents. 50 cents is 0.5. So it's $1 divided by 2. Right? So it's half. So there are numbers that are smaller than a whole, called fractions or decimals. Okay? Ken, is this okay? All right, then you work on the rest of the corrections yourself. Now I jump us on to the next one. Can I group leader on the extreme right collect the fraction of a set? Group leader on the extreme left, come and give out this. Please collect the fraction of a set. Okay, now I'm going to carry on so you move action fast, okay? Now, this is the next step on multiplying improper fraction and whole number. Okay. Right. Okay, now, yesterday we looked at the possibility of doing a mixed number multiplied by a proper fraction. That was in Tiffany's example of the word problem. Okay, when we multiply a proper fraction with a whole number, then we saw in one of the questions, because of the unitary method, it was a bit worried. How can I move on to, how can I do those mixed number times whole number? Now, and the truth is, I was telling you, it's in your P5 chapter as well. So if you take a look at the headings here, we have multiplied an improper fraction by a whole number. You have the next page, multiplying two proper fractions. And then the next page, multiplying a proper fraction as together with an improper fraction. And then multiplying two improper fractions. And then multiply a mixed number and whole number. That's a lot in this one set, right? But then you see later on here, the word problems. The word problems that are shared here, none of them tell you which one to use. You know what I'm talking about? None of these word problems tells you, hey, these word problems here, which one is it? Is it improper times whole number, proper times proper, improper times proper, improper times improper, or mixed number times proper, or mixed number times whole number? You see, the word problem doesn't say. So again, like we mentioned on the previous days, I said, so for P5, really, number one, the skills upgrade. I need a lot of skills now. Just multiplication of fractions, there are many skills. Okay? Yes, so as division. You learn division of fraction at primary 6. So before you do with division of fraction, make sure your multiplication of fraction you are okay. Okay? Now, so number one, the first upgrade for P5 is more skills. The next upgrade is when I do a word problem, which one is it? You know what I'm talking about? And deciding which one is it, that one is the biggest challenge. Okay? Now, one good news for you is why is this whole set stapled together, even though they are individual skills? Apart from it, that one skill is just 2 pages. So good news, one skill is 2 pages. Okay, not a lot. Another good news is, hey, you realize very soon, actually, all of them are quite similar. You can remember some methods, 1 or 2 methods, and use them for all of them. Okay, now, if you refer to your textbook, this is what I urge you and seriously ask you to go home and read. Read your textbook, and you'll see in your textbook, all the examples are very nicely drawn, written, and given to you in a way of a story. Like for example here, multiplying 2 proper fractions. It gives you the story. Remember we started this chapter on fractions by talking about Luke buying cakes for Luke's birthday. Yeah. So really, yes. So the stories here can help you. Now, because of time, we don't have a lot of time in class. Okay, I cannot go through story and my story everything. So I encourage you go home and read. So you can brush up on these concepts. For example, for this one, multiplying 2 proper fractions. It tells you that Janice had half a pizza. Then she gave 1/4 of this half pizza to a friend. So how much pizza did she give a friend? Okay, so this is one of the important ideas. Okay, that is in the story. Now, so what will I focus here in today's lesson is really, I'm not going to tell you so much about the concept and this. We'll walk through just the procedural steps first. Once you are familiar with the steps, it can become easier. Now, in this case, we are looking at improper times whole number. And let's see how we can apply what we have done just the unit before this. Previously, we're doing proper fraction times whole number. Look at this. How is it different? This first part. This one is the one that's called improper fraction. Just a quick revision. Improper fraction is different from proper fractions by the fraction itself. For proper fraction, the numerator is smaller than the denominator. For improper fractions, the numerator is bigger than the denominator. In other words, I get more than a whole. In this case, for example, 5/4 or 5/4. 5/4 is actually, we know, as 1 whole and 1/4. 1 whole and 1/4 is actually 5/4. Because 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. 5/4. If you look at it now this way, you'll realize that actually the back, the last one here, not going to be difficult. Why? Because improper can be made into mixed number. Mixed number can be converted into improper. So over here, if I change this to mixed number, it will just be the same as 1 and 1/4 times 3, which is the same as, if I look at the back, mixed number times a whole number, I can change it to likewise 3/2 times 2. So these two, sorry, Mr. Chen, give me a bit more time. I have to cover a bit more today. Now, so these two are very similar. Once you learn one, you can actually learn the other and use it. We use the same skill for the other. Right now, the picture drawing you how it looks like. Okay, and one of it is I can just do the shortcut here as how I did for the proper fraction. If I can cancel, cannot cancel, I continue to times. 5 times 3, 4 times 1, I get 15/4. Now answer asks you for mixed number, I can get 3 and 3/4. And it shows you here, see, 1, 2, 3. 3 times 5/4, So one set of 5 quarter times 3. 5 quarter, 5 quarter, 5 quarter. Combine all those, you see? One whole, one whole, one whole, one whole, one whole, one whole. Then 1 quarter, 1 quarter, 1 quarter, 1 quarter. Can you see from the fraction list, the picture, how it works? So one set of 5 quarters times 3. So 3 groups of 5 quarter, I can put them together. The wholes as the wholes, put the quarters together to 1. Now, this is the shortcut step. So shortcut step I can do. Cancel, can cancel, cancel. Cannot cancel, I just continue to times. The picture shows you how it looks like. One set of 7/5, I times 4 times 7/5, 7/5, 7/5, 7/5. I group the wholes. I get 5 wholes. Regroup the parts here. I can actually make up another of the whole, and then these are the extras. Shortcut step like this. Is it okay? Now, can you try out this on your own? As homework, page 78. Okay? Now, can cancel, cancel, cannot cancel, don't cancel. What does it mean? For example, here, 9/2 times 24. If I can simplify first. So I get 9 times 12, that will be 84. Are you sure? Twelve times 9, 108. Now I can also do 9 plus 9/2 plus 9/2 plus 9/2 plus 9/2 all the way until is 24 times of it. But doesn't make sense, it will be very long. So I rather do the shortcut. The shortcut is this. Now I can also diligently do like this. But you see, it will be a longer step. So 24 times 9 will be 216 divided by 2. You have a longer step. Then you have one more step. If you cancel, you can cancel straight away. Do the simplifying, or you call division to simplify first. Then you have lesser steps. Okay? Okay, so you try this page on your own. If you need help, you refer to your textbook. Okay? Okay. Just this for homework. Okay? Okay.